Alright guys, I'm taking this video in the bedroom because my sons are trying to sleep. Don't F with me, Kevin Leandro. Don't try it. Don't even try it. So stuff is going back to court. And let me just talk a minute, ladies, about how abortion affects a mother-daughter relationship, okay? You don't want to mess with me. Let me just say that. You do not want to F with me. Let me tell you one thing. When you mess with a woman who has been post-abortive, look out. Look out. So basically, let's talk about the mother-daughter relationship. So, grew up, absolutely loved my mother. I think all girls grow up loving their mother, right? They're like, I want to be like my mom. Whatever my mom does, she wears makeup, she wears these clothes. I'm going to be, like my mom. That is the biggest voice in a daughter's life, okay? And then you grow up and you see things. And you're like, oh, did I just see my grandmother and my mother steal something at a store? Did I just see this? Did I just see that? And you grow up and you hear things. You're like, okay, why is my grandmother and my mother talking secretly behind me? What are they talking about? They're talking about family stuff, right? Talking about my uncle in jail or whatever. They don't want you to know. Or why is my aunt talking about Avery, her boyfriend, or Dwayne, or whatever, her boyfriend. So you hear a lot of things. You pick up a lot of things in a big family that they try to hide, okay? Now, that's one thing, okay? That's one thing. And then you have a situation where your parents did not protect you from abortion. You went through hell and back with an abortion. And did they care? No. Were they there for you after the abortion? No. Did they even take any responsibility at all for an abortion? No. But they sure the heck brought you to the doctors, and they sure the heck made sure that it was not talked about again, right? So, now, let me just explain where I'm coming from with this video. I have Kevin Leandro saying my family hates me. For what? For what? For speaking about abortion? Is that why they hate me? I mean, Kevin Leandro has no right to talk about my parents. I have a right to talk about my parents because they're my parents. So my mother had a rough life. I've talked about this. She was brought up in an orphanage and everything. Okay, now, let's get past all that for a minute, okay? And let's talk about how the grandparenting goes after that. So when I had a voice, I had my son in the hospital, and I hear, oh, did you have him yet? Did you have him yet? I had to tell a nurse, tell her, don't call me again. I'm in labor. Do not be calling me. So, you try to work things out with your mother, and then you hear, I go over there and I'm like, what the heck? Why did you give him formula without water? Oh, it's his fault. He drank it. This is my firstborn son, 3 months old, whatever. What? You're blaming him for drinking the formula? Oh my goodness. Then I hear, well, you're just too protective, okay? So things start happening with your mother when you have had a very distant relationship with your mother. Then you are trying to be a mother, and all you hear is every single time you say something to your mother, it's a huge argument. How do you deal with this stuff, guys? How do you deal with it? You're trying to build your own life. You're trying to make your own decisions about your kids, and you've got a mother coming after you and attacking you, your own mother. So then I'm over there, and there's no car seats taken. My kids are, all three of them, taken to Walmart without a car seat. What do you mean you're babysitting and you're taking them to Walmart without a car seat? Well, you forgot the car seat. It's your fault. What do you mean? Yeah, okay, I did forget to leave the car seat. Does that mean you have a right to take all my kids to Walmart without telling me, without a car seat? Boy, was I mad. So then I go, okay, you know what? All right, I can see this. I can see what my mother's trying to do. She's trying to control me with my kids, right? So you start seeing it. Then I'm like, what the heck? I have a little niece and you can't even put her in her car seat, right? You didn't even. So I have a niece, right? She's a little baby, and my mother still doesn't want to buckle her up, right? I'm like, why are you not buckling her up? You didn't do it right. All that's all I said. I said you did this before with the car seat. You need to buckle her up, right? Melissa, she goes and tells my former sister-in-law, Melissa is saying that I didn't buckle her up right. When, drama queen. So, my sister-in-law says, Melissa, she doesn't know how to buckle a car seat. You shouldn't be telling her that she needs to buckle a car seat. What? What? You're really defending her after she already knows? Okay, fine. Then, okay, this is the kind of stuff that happens in families, guys. So then I'm like, okay, so look, you're not coming over all the time. I've got my family to take care of. I just wanna pop over when I want to. No, we're busy. Oh, I just want to take them shopping. Okay, fine, you can take them shopping. You won't let me grandparent. What? You won't let me grandparent. Now, the first day my first son was born, like 3 days later, my parents take him out to eat to Kentucky Fried Chicken and stuff, right? And I personally don't really want him going out at 3 days old or something. So, okay, go ahead and take him shopping. Just shopping. My mother didn't drive very well. You survived, didn't you? You survived. What are you complaining about? Fine, take them shopping, but I don't want them driving all over the place. What? They're fine with me. You made it. So we go over, I let my kids go, and then I find out they're over here, and they're over here, and they're over here. Ben doesn't really want them riding all over the place. Your car's not very big. You didn't listen to me. I don't want my kids all over the place. They're fine. Constantly, guys, constantly. This is how that mother-daughter relationship ended up after an abortion. Let's talk about this in the context of an abortion. My father. I'm taking them fishing. I said, you can take him, but you're not taking him because he's got low muscle tone issues. I'm the grandfather. I'll do what I want. I said, I'm the mother. These are my kids, and I say what happens with my kids, not you. Fine, you're not my daughter anymore. I mean, just one thing after another, guys. So, if my parents hate me, go ahead and hate me. This is from Kevin Leandro, who I don't believe completely, but if you do, go ahead and hate me for speaking truth. I mean, unbelievable. So then I say, look, you're not coming over all the time. I heard, what did I hear the time I had my fifth one? Okay, my grandmother comes over. What's a pretty girl like you doing in a place like this? I'm like, I'm a mother. I'm taking care of my kids. I'm being home with my kids. Yeah, but look at this trailer. What are you doing here? You should go out. You should do this. No, I'm fine. Then I go over to her house, okay? And she's got this landlord. And he's like, my grandmother starts setting me up with him, right? And I said, hey, you know what? I'm married. I got a wedding ring. Oh, yeah, I didn't see your wedding ring. Sorry. I'm like, what the frick, right? With my grandmother. She knew I was married. So I go back to my mother. Hey, Graham tried to set me up with her landlord. Oh, she would never do that, Kim said. Well, first she said, did she? I go, yeah, she did. Just like she did with you, with Dad. Oh, well, I talked to Kim. This is what she comes back with. I talked to Kim, and Kim said she would never have done that because your thighs are too big. What? This is just a slice of what I'm sharing, where I went through with my mother, guys. And so people say you can't have a forced abortion. No, but you can have a very controlling mother. So then I said, look, you're not taking the kids out all the time. You're not doing this. My fifth one was, oh my goodness, don't tell me you're going to have another one. More diapers. I said, you know what? This is my fifth one. I'll talk to you another time. She had called. I said, hey, I'm bringing the boys to Awana. I'll talk to you another time. I don't really want to, talk right now. Oh, well, okay. And then, we end the conversation. She calls back, Mom, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'll talk to you another time. So then I see her in Walmart with my grandmother. She kisses me on the cheek. It was like the Judas kiss. What's up? She says as she's chewing popcorn. I said, not much. Busy, busy. So just a lot of distance. Then she goes over to my mother-in-law's and says, Melissa won't let me grandmother. Melissa won't let me do this. Melissa won't let me do that. So since the day I have had kids, guys, I have had issues with my mother since the day I had kids. And the thing was, when I was growing up, she wasn't really involved in my life. My grandmother I was closer to. She was busy with her mother. She was busy doing stuff. Then I became a teenager and she, just was kind of controlling, and then she let go. And when she let go, I am dating other boys and having boyfriends, and then she starts controlling that, and she breaks up me and my first boyfriend. She broke up that whole thing. There's a forced abortion. She puts me on the pill, okay, and then she gets me in trouble with my father. I am telling you guys, relationships with mothers are a real thing. They are a real battle, and unless we get help with how to deal with that mother-daughter relationship after abortion, mother-daughter relationships do not last. So many women's abortions have been in the context of their mother choosing abortion for them, or manipulating them, or tricking them, or influencing them with the father, or the dad. So my family, my mother especially, has, there were major issues with my brother. They were not good to my brother. A lot of skeletons in the closet. And this is why my family chose to go after me, because I spoke up against abortion and I spoke up against a lot of things that were not right. There were a lot of things not right. And then later on, my mother goes and tells on me. And I said, why does dad always want to be alone with my son? What's going on? It's not like we had a big relationship. What? What? You're accusing your father of things. I'm going to go tell him. Always getting me in trouble. So he's like, you're not my daughter anymore. He's like, you believe in God? There is no God. I'm like, yeah, there is. No, there's not. Yeah, there is. You're not my daughter anymore. On and on it went. I'm taking them both fishing, whether you like it or not. I said, no, you're not. I'm the mother. You are not doing whatever you want with my kids. I saw how he behaved with my brother. You are not doing that with my kids. So in the name of parents, honoring your parents, I was constantly pressured to give in with my kids to whatever they wanted. And it doesn't happen, ladies. Stand your ground as a mom. If your dad doesn't want a relationship with you and uses you to get to the grandkids, that's on him. Like, he didn't want a relationship with me until I had kids. When your mother doesn't really bother with you and puts on airs in front of people until you have kids, and then she wants to be a grandparent so she can bring the kids where she wants for your dad, that's not really a relationship with you. I had one son who was up at the hospital, Dartmouth Hitchcock, almost lost him. She comes over, she had a few clothes with her she brought for him, and then she goes, well, I gotta get home. This is when my father disowned me. I'm like, what? She's like, I gotta go now. I'm like, basically he could be dying right now, and you're just leaving. You're just leaving. I mean, on and on it went, guys, and it was just a situation where it was either your mother is going to control you, or you are going to stand up and say, excuse me, I have my own life now. And when she can't get her way with you, she goes all over to the neighbors and tells them stories about you. And unfortunately, ladies, when you do grow up, you will see how your mother really was. And, I hate to say this, and I do take into consideration she had a hard life. She did. but it doesn't excuse the lying and manipulation that she did to her own daughter. And this is why it's important to come out of that and do better with your own family, guys. Okay, thanks for joining me.